can write a check, you can put cash in. Some people even put gambling chips in the offering plate. I'm not kidding. Because it's really giving not only to his church, it's giving to the Lord. So Dr. Lynn, would you scripture on your heart, whatever's on your heart, because you're my mentor. Do whatever you want.
The Lord shared with me the word stewardship. You know, Paul the Apostle thought very highly of stewardship. Stewardship of his calling and ministry. Let's pray. Let's believe, God, that our vision will even expand and extend and do more effectively than ever before. Father, in Jesus' name, I thank you for the privilege of being part of this great work right here at ICLV.
And the buckets are going to go around the aisles. Go ahead and give as the Lord leads your heart.
All right, man. Y'all see what the deal is? You know, this is fire drill. This ain't a fire drill. This is the real deal. So, we need to talk about Mayweather, and this no black and black fight policy. You know, Golden Boy exposed Canelo. Then I end off, you know, kind of talking about Errol Spence and Charlo demanding all this money that they not worth and never deserve, to be honest with you. So I heard Charlo said he wanted $10 million to fight Errol Spence, and then you hear, you know, basically it sound like Errol Spence and Charlo not gonna happen because they want all this money that it ain't there for them. You know, that's one thing of boxing they don't understand is when the money ain't there, you know, the money not there for them. It's like you don't generate it, and they just like, just go find the money. Like, how we gonna find the money when you simply don't generate it? You know what I'm saying? So we kind of end off talking about that, but we seen, you know, what Brian Norman Senior said that Devin Haney said. So a lot of it went over people's heads. You know what I'm saying? A lot of it went over people's heads. Well, it doesn't matter. They're fighting black. Devin is fighting somebody black right now, so it's not irrelevant. Y'all always looking on stuff at the surface. Y'all don't dig deeper. You see, T.O. was just using that fucking blueprint, you know, pump faking like he want to fight black fighters. So he basically consider himself an honorary nigga. That's what he trying to pretty much tell y'all, that T.O. believes himself to be an honorary nigga. That's what he doing. He's acting like he want to fight every black fighter but has no intention to, because basically what he alluding to is that black fighters really don't want to fight each other. They quick to jump in the ring with him, but they not quick to jump in the ring with each other. So a lot of people always let the message go over their head because they surface thinkers, you know. They surface thinkers. They can't really think deep. And you look at it, and that's what they all doing. That's why Tank, like, well, you know, why everybody, you know, blaming Tank for not fighting, blase this, blase that. You know, why nobody looking at the rest of them? They, you know, take me out of it. They ain't even fighting each other. You know, Shakur couldn't even lock down the fight with Devin Haney. You know, Shakur won't lock down the fight with Keyshawn Davis. You know what I'm saying? You know, so when you look at it, even when you say, well, you know, you want to fight Hispanic, they just refuse to fight Raymundo Mortella, Andy Cruz. But then you turn around and you tell us that you know, this nobody that you fighting is worth more than anything. Oh, you know, this is a premier fight right here, and this nobody that I'm fighting, everybody want to see this fight. You know, why not just fight Andy Cruz then? Why not just, you know, fight the best available opponents and stay active? Come on. Ask yourself that. Why not? So, but to each his own. Everybody just it doesn't matter, because they're fighting each other. So it's pretty much irrelevant, and that's not the point. Look at everything else going around you, from Joshua to Wilder, from Charlo to Hurd. I mean, you can just keep going on and on and on and on to the number of fighters that absolutely refuses to fight each other. And that's why I said, why not get money together? But Mayweather is telling them, the blueprint was, we don't, I ain't fight black fighters. That's the blueprint. And you think about it, you like, oh, well, that's the PBC blueprint. If you go a little bit deeper, the blueprint goes deeper than that. Go a little bit deeper into that blueprint. They didn't even fight the best available fighters at PBC. They will go outside the PBC parking lot and go find, lower level talent to fight. They didn't make the best fights within their own universe. Think about that for a minute. They did not make the best fights within their own circle. So that's how you knew it was a scheme. When I told y'all, Mayweather didn't fight niggas, man. How can you be the best and you didn't fight the best that was available? That's why I keep telling y'all, man, the whole thing was anti-black. Even how Al Heyman allowed the Hispanics, even how he allowed the Hispanics to do what they want to do. They can leave, they can come, they can leave, they can come back, they can go work over here, or they can work with anybody. We can work there, over here, over there, over here, over there. You know what I'm saying? Come on. And this is why they feel like, well, you need a Hispanic to make money. This is why you got away from the Leonards and the Hearns and the Hearns and the Hagglers and the Hagglers and the Mugabes and the Hearns and the thinking about Iran Barkley and Mugabe and Hagler. This is why they're being told by their counsel. They're being told, hey, man, don't fight another black fighter. Don't fight another black fighter. That's what they telling them. Don't fight black. You wasting your time. Why are you fighting black? Fight Hispanic. And the fact of the matter is, ain't two Hispanics in the top 10 of pay-per-view grossing. There's blacks. There's Holyfield and Tyson, Roy Jones and Mike Tyson. You know what I'm saying? Shane and Floyd may be somewhere in there. At one point it was. But I don't think it's black and white in there. McGregor and Floyd, and you can go on and on and on and on again. You got a Triple G versus Canelo in there. You got Canelo versus Floyd in there, but they're conditioning and they're telling people, hey, man, why would y'all fight each other? Get money with each other. You don't need Hispanics. Therefore, you'll start to see the shift. You will start to see the shift where, hey, guess what? Your black ass ain't got to go to Vegas. You ain't got to go to Southern California. You ain't got to go to Texas. You can't tell me that ain't some of the biggest coon shit you ever heard. Well, you have one black fighter who's supposed to be, that's supposed to be the OG. You think Muhammad Ali would have told niggas not to fight niggas? I could be wrong. I don't believe he would have. Oh, just go fight the Hispanics. And, his position might be a little bit different because it ain't many great Hispanic heavyweights historically. Come on. It's not. So when we start really getting into it, we start really digging into it, maybe he would have told him, maybe he wouldn't. But the best business is to get money with your people. Who do America know more, Hispanic fighters, or they know black? They know more black people than Hispanic things. Hip hop runs the world. So I don't understand him telling them, oh, don't fight him and do that. And that's because he had a fear. He had a fear of black fighters. He had a fear that he was going to lose to a brother. That's just a fact. So, Al Heyman and him gave them very bad advice. The quickest way to win is fighting the best and the most popular fighters. And in a lot of divisions, They're black fighters. It's the black fighter. So I don't understand. Don't fight black. You should be dying to fight black. You should be dying to make money with your brother. Dying to have trilogies. Therefore, they continue to keep conditioning you to believe that, hey, you got to fight Mexican. Guess what? They condition to make you think, oh, they got the pull. Oh, they got the pull. Oh, we got to go to Mexico. We got to go to New Mexico. We got to go all these other places. No, they should be coming to the Barclays Centers. They should be coming to Philly. They should be coming to Ohio. They should be coming to Jersey. They should be coming to DC, Baltimore, Atlanta. That's why. It's the biggest crock-a-coon shit I ever heard. These people should, these Hispanics should be begging black fighters for. They should be begging black fighters. They should be begging black fighters for opportunities. Y'all, they don't have no swag, man. What trends do Mexicans set, bro? What trends do they set? All they know is for losing big fights. Come on. What styles, what music have they really set that takes over America for real? What, wearing the Paco jeans and a Raider dad hat to the back? What the fuck do that mean? Y'all the trendsetters. Whatever y'all put Fashion Nova on y'all trunks, that's the trend. Y'all put Balmain or Mari jeans on, that's the trend. Y'all start wearing bust down rollies, that's the trend. They copying off y'all. So why do they have y'all as black fighters? Why do they have y'all chasing Mexicans is chasing hip hop culture. Mexicans is chasing y'all. When they got in trouble, who the first people they asked? And they asked the Asian community. Asian community told them, hey man, get it from God. They came and asked y'all black asses. They came and asked y'all. So, I find that funny. I find it quite hilarious that a black man who's supposed to be the godfather over boxing and over black fighters is telling young black fighters, hey, don't fight black. Go fight the Hispanics. And if you think about it, and this is the thing about Brian Norman, and I'm about to speak on this real quick. This is the thing about Brian Norman and Devin Haney, right? There's a lot of questions about Devin Haney. Brian can punch him. Every time we get in these scenarios to talk about a puncher, you know what I'm saying? And how many times have we seen a puncher outboxed? I mean, over the course, we've seen Joshua outboxed. We've seen Errol Spence beat up. I mean, you can go on. Canelo's supposed to be the puncher. He got beat up. You know what I'm saying? People say Beevil better BF too. Beevil beat up the puncher. So, I mean, you have many examples, and historically, of course, we got 1,000 examples historically of this happening. You know what I'm saying? But we have current examples and people still looking at it. But I'm going to give this to y'all to chew on real quick. We're talking about Brian Norman Jr. Brian Norman was fighting brothers. And like I said, I got much love for his father. And them, man. I like both of them. Shout out to my Georgia boys. Ain't no playing GA. Yeah. Vice versa and all that, right? But when it came down to them fight niggas, he struggled, bro. And I'm about to make it make sense why I brought this up. That he struggled. When it came down to fight niggas, he struggled, bro. He struggled. He was on the Double Dutch Struggle Bus. Remember that song, the Double Dutch Bus? What was the name of that song? Even Jay Nelson Figueroa, he from Detroit. I think he in Puerto Rico, but he from Detroit. He probably from Southwest. Yeah, he from Detroit. He didn't look good versus Quentin Randall. Think he a nigga too. Yeah. From Katy, Texas. Some of these brothers that he fought coming up, man, he didn't look good. He didn't look good fighting these guys, bro. Maybe I'm really thinking of that Quentin Randall fight, but it was a couple fights in there, dude. They Top Rank was on the verge of releasing Brian Norman Jr. They was on the verge of releasing him, and they threw him in there versus Giovanni Santillania, whatever his name is. They threw him in there to fucking die. Let's keep it real. They threw him in there. They threw him in there to sacrifice him. If he lost that fight, they were going to release him. So what happened was they ordered the Mexican. They put a Mexican on the menu. They put a Mexican on the menu for him, right? They put a Mexican on the menu, and all of a sudden, he looked good. Don't forget, they also put him in there with Jen Psaki, a guy that Andy Hiroka, who about to fight Gary Anton Russell, already clipped. Charlie Kobe, I see you. They put him in the ring with him. So for the most part, when they ordered an Hispanic, or a non-black, he looked good. So that's the reason why Mayweather telling, blacks to stay away from other blacks, because he know that it's going to be a tough fight. But if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best. And it's popularity. It's going to be popularity when y'all put culture together. It's going to be popularity. So I don't really understand the reluctance. You know what I'm saying? I don't really understand the reluctance to fight each other. You're going to get money. And they put a lot of that on Tank play. Well, Tank didn't want to, neither one of them, because they had opportunities to fight each other. And they did not fight each other. And behind the scenes, Mayweather's telling them, hey, man, you go fight him. Don't fight him. That's a waste of time, because he had a fear that he knew if he fought black, he wouldn't be able to boast that undefeated record. I'm telling y'all that. If he turned around and fought black, he wouldn't be boasting that undefeated record. He knows it. I know it. We know it. Every time he damn near fought a black fighter, he damn near lost. Whether it was Chop almost knocking him out, Zab dropping him, coming off a loss, or whether it's Shane, boom, about to rock your dome. Be it what happening. He ain't twin voice. Be it what happening. He knew it to be true. That's why he avoided black fighters. This is why he avoided black fighters. I keep telling y'all that, bro. You can't go around talking about you TBE, but you ain't fight niggas. You didn't fight him. He didn't fight black fighters. And you see the difference, when, Brian Norman Jr. was fighting niggas, he didn't look the same. When they ordered a Mexican, man, he looked superior. He looked like Mario with that star on his ass. But these guys, they talk so greasy, like Fashizi, like they him. They talk so greasy, like I'm the best. And if you the best, well, Shakun, get your bitch ass in the ring with Devin Haney. If you the best, get your ass in the ring with the next best guy. And that's my issue with it. These dudes legit, they don't want to fight. They don't want to fight each other because niggas like Floyd. Oh, why would you do that? And it's the biggest crock-a-coon shit I ever heard, man. Y'all should want to get money together. It's okay. Hagler, Hearns, Hagler, Hearns, Leonard, they fought each other. Muhammad Ali, he fought, he fought, Floyd Patterson. He fought Sonny Liston. He fought Ken Norton. He fought Joe Frazier. He gave Leon Spinks an opportunity to whoop his ass. Let's throw it on the floor. He fought black people. So that's why, when you get into these debates about TBE and who the best ever, it's hard to say Floyd is, because Floyd didn't fight the best black people available. He avoided them, whether it was Paul Williams, whether you want to consider Erislandy Lar, whether it was Devin Alexander, Tim Bradley Jr., whether it was Keith Thurman, whether it was Earl Spence. And, it probably pains people to say this, but guess what? Manny Pacquiao fought some of them guys. He fought Tim Bradley. He fought Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? He fought some of those guys. Mayweather didn't. He didn't. He didn't fight those guys. And I know it's hard for people to understand what I'm saying, bro. That's like basically saying, you won a national championship, but you didn't fight the number 1, 2, or 3 team, or you didn't play them in a 4-man tournament. You won a Division II championship. That's the wild shit about it. But then again, believe what y'all want to believe. This is why he ain't the GOAT. And I was there when he avoided a lot of those guys. He avoided some Hispanics like Antonio Margarita. I don't want to hear in retrospect he had shit in his gloves. Nigga ran from. I showed that video so many times of him running at the MGM Grand Garden from Antonio Margarito. It ain't even funny. That motherfucker put his track shoes on. Let's keep it real. He didn't want to break bread with Adrian Broner. Come on. He didn't want to make money with nobody. How can you go around TBE, but you didn't fight BLACK? Get the fuck out of here. And if anybody being honest, the greatest fighters throughout history are black. So how you go around tooting the horn, you the best, you didn't fight black? Come on, man. Y'all can continue to believe what y'all want to believe with this fucking fraud. And he continues to be a hindrance, and he continues to hinder the sport of boxing. And these dumb niggas done it. And they gonna look at they don't look at nothing else. Look at Errol Spence, look at Jamel Charlo, look at the position they in. Look at the Deontay Wilder, look at the position these dudes is in. Nobody became a star. Really, none of them is a Hall of Fame. People put Charlo in the Hall of Fame because he wasn't undisputed, but he don't have no Hall of Fame resume. He don't. And I heard Abel Sanchez try to say, well, Marvin Hagler didn't move up, and he didn't have to. It took Marvin Hagler 45 fights to get a title. Go watch, go read and watch documentaries on these guys' careers. After that, he got Mugabe, he got Hearns, he got Duran, he got Leonard. He got the names. He didn't have to move up. I wouldn't move up neither. After 45 fights, I go to the UK and get fucked over, go back a fight or two later, get my title back, and they throw popcorn and soda, and I can't even enjoy my title. You rob me, I legit come back and win the title, then y'all throw shit at the ring game. I mean, go watch some of these fighters, and I guarantee you, your perspective on who your favorite fighter is of all time, your perspective on these fighters today will absolutely change. Just watching how these guys fought. These guys can't fade them. It was a particular clip that was going around Instagram. And let me tell you how much these motherfuckers who influence boxing, and this is why it's important when you get your boxer from somebody, they should have a certain level of historical knowledge about the sport. So they was showing this, somebody sent it to me that they were basically saying that Sugar Ray Leonard had no chance versus Mayweather based off a particular fight he had, right? So me, actually knowing Sugar Ray Leonard and all that, right? I remembered the name. So anybody that historically knows about Sugar Ray Leonard who was around, this name. He fought Jesus Christ. I'm pulling the brother's name up right now. It was I believe it was Kevin Howard. Okay. It was either I think it was the Kevin Howard fight. Right, or it was a Bruce Finch fight. I want to say it was the Kevin Howard fight, right? So in '81, after he fought Thomas Hearns, he fought Bruce Finch, and most people believe that eye injury happened that he had. The detached retina is what Errol allegedly had, was career ending. He suffered in the Hearns fight. The Bruce Finch fight, that was the last time he fought, until he fought again over 2 years later. So he came back 2 years later after the eye injury versus Kevin Howard. So they showed the clip of Kevin Howard giving Sugar Ray Leonard some good work. And they basically was like, well, see, this is the guy y'all say could beat Mayweather. And they took that fight. And the guy who commented, who sent it to me, I told him, I'm like, well, when he fought Kevin Howard, he had just came off the detached retina. He was like, oh, man, I didn't know that. And of course, the person who posted that didn't get the context because they didn't know shit about boxing. So between the Kevin Howard fight and Marvin Hagler fight, he took almost 3 years off to the date. It was 35 months, damn near to be exact, after that detached retina injury. You know, so that's why I say it's important for people. You have historical knowledge on some of these dudes. It's important to watch documentaries and research some of these guys, you know, that's out here, man. Because I think it's very, very important, man. Because a lot of these guys, they be out here telling half truths and they be telling a whole bunch of lies. Yeah, that was after he came off the detached retina. They're going to be a baby. Come on, want to see the people? Want to see the people? Come on. Yeah, there you go. You see me representing the Lions. They lost game 1. He wanted to take it off. I'm like, you gotta stay a fan. No breath thing, buddy. I got some breath stuff in there for you. See the people? You see yourself? You see the people? You see I'm still alive, niggas. They can't hold a real nigga down. Real nigga birthday coming. He about to be 8. Yeah, man. You old man. I fought bitches from the back. All right, bye. Yeah, shake over there. But yeah, that's why I would always tell people historically go check out historically go research boxing. And I guarantee you look at these fraudulent ass fighters today different. And you have a different perspective on who your favorite fighter is. When you start talking about adversity, Larry Holmes, Muhammad Ali, Jack Johnson, Joe Louis, you start talking about the shit that some of them guys went through, you know, Sugar Ray Leonard was known as a pretty boy. Go research how dirty Sugar Ray. I don't mean dirty in a bad way. Just, you know, Sugar Ray Leonard to strap his nuts on and beat your motherfucking ass. Go see what happened when he was doing a boxing instruction video with an amateur, and his only rule to the amateur was not for him not to punch him in his face. The amateur punched him in the face. Man, Ray dropped that hoe with a body shot. I promise you, he did. He dropped that nigga with a body shot. Nigga Sugar Ray was, oh, you want to talk about mothers? Boop! Drop that cracker right where he's Real talk. Well, there we go.
Safe to say you were not stunned by what happened when he faced Canelo?
No, I picked him to win. I picked him to win, and that's the style that we avoided. 12 years that we had Canelo, we avoided that style. The only reason the Lara fight got done was because Canelo insisted on it. But even Austin Trout gave him problems. Lara gave him problems. That's a style that we avoided. Mayweather did. And I felt that it was going to be a very similar fight to the Mayweather fight. I felt that Crawford was going to win a decision. I didn't think it was going to be that lopsided. I thought it was going to be a lot closer, but I felt that Crawford was going to beat him in a decision.
So I'll play it again in a minute. That was Eric Gomez. He's the president of Golden Boy. And the one thing about it is, this was dangerous when you have breakups amongst significant others, when you have breakups amongst friends. You know, the most people today, they don't really carry the law. We ain't rocking together. I ain't got nothing bad to say about them. You know what I'm saying? You'll never hear me down talk a former associate. That is just, it is what it is. I ain't got nothing bad to say about you. I ain't got nothing good to say, but you don't exist. But a lot of these dudes, they can't wait to be chatty pat. Now, I ain't knocking for what he did, show something. Everybody ain't going to be taking the high road. But, he said that they match made him away from those guys. Now, the Lara fight, you want to know why he insisted on taking the Lara fight? Like I said before, you have to have historical knowledge. Most of these guys, they wasn't around back then, dog, to even know why he fought Erislandy Lara. And I'm going to show you why he fought Erislandy Lara. Hold on. I'm going to show you exactly why he fought Erislandy Lara. Hold on. Let's see if we can pull it up. I'll tell you why he fought him. Some of these niggas be acting funny. So I'm going to have to clip it. So what happened was, oh, this ain't even what I'm looking for. So long story short, he pulled up on Canelo at the press conference and he snatched the mic from Canelo. You can go look it up. He basically, pulled up on Canelo press conference. He pulled up on Canelo, took the mic from him after I forget who he beat. Hold on, do it say who he beat? I can't remember the fight. It was a pay-per-view fight. I'm looking at the background of it. I didn't even know Cosmigos was a thing back then. Yeah, it was March 8th. So I'm gonna tell you what fight it was. Give me a minute. It was March 8th. Hold on. And Lara basically, he confronted he confronted, he took the mic from the nigga like, man, what it do, bro? he took the mic from Canelo. So Canelo felt like he disrespected him. It was then after Alfredo Angulo fight. If anybody remember that fight, Canelo got booed after that fight. Because Angulo was past his prime and he punished him for like 10 rounds. He could have been got him out of there. And after that fight, Lara came to the press conference, snatched the microphone from him, and basically Canelo was hell-bent on fighting Lara after that. So that's why he insisted on fighting Erislandy Lara. But I'll play the audio one more time so y'all can hear Eric Gomez. I'll play it one more time. Hold on.
Canelo, is it safe to say you were not stunned by what happened when he faced Canelo?
No, I picked him to win. I picked him to win, and that's the style that we avoided. The 12 years that we had Canelo, we avoided that style. The only reason the Lara fight got done was because Canelo insisted on it. But even Austin Trout gave him problems. Lara gave him problems. That's a style that we avoided. Mayweather did. And I felt that it was going to be a very similar fight to the Mayweather fight. I felt that Crawford was going to win a decision. I didn't think it was going to be that lopsided. I thought it was going to be a lot closer, but I felt that Crawford was going to beat him in a decision.
So once again, that was Eric Gomez. That's how these matchmakers do. They protect their interests. They protect their money maker, protect their signing bonuses. They protect their relationships, and they put them guys in fights that they know they're gonna win. It's simple as that. And Canelo, he also proved that fighters have the autonomy to fight who they want to fight. Hey, fuck that, go make that fight. Like guys like Sebastian Fondor, when he hide behind Al Heyman, he hide behind Scamson, Lou Whiskey. He hide behind those guys. He could say, hey, I want to fight Terrence Crawford. This is what I want to do. And he can do it. But they don't. So they sit there and say, I just do what my promoter says. It's a form of ducking. That's what it is. It's a form of ducking. It's a form of ducking. It's a form of ducking. So does it surprise me? It doesn't surprise me. And Golden Boy did the same thing for Ryan. They're doing the same thing for Virgil Ortiz. They're protecting those guys. And this is everybody doing the same thing in boxing. Don't nobody believe they got a thoroughbred. Don't nobody believe they got a Seabiscuit. Don't nobody believe they got a ringer. They don't believe in the abilities and the fighters that they promote. So they do the best to protect their interests until they deem a fight cash out worthy. But a lot of times before they get to a cash out worthy fight like Errol Spence got versus Terrence Crawford, somebody upsets them. Whether it be a Rolly, whether it be Du Bois knocking out Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times somebody upsets the apple cart. Whether it be a Tony Harrison, Jamel Charlo, whether it be a Mauricio Herrera, Danny Garcia. Eventually these guys get exposed for who they really are before they even get to build them up to these stars. So it's not even like, we got the golden child. We got, our our superstar fighter that bring in money. They treat every fighter that makes it to the world championship level that same way. They treat them, every promotional company, especially PBC, they treat all their fighters like they all valuable. That's like treating all those chicks that you got in your rotation like they wifey material. You got 3 chicks, you treat them all like no. So, most time, none of them bitches get that label. You just got a chick that's an eater. You got a chick that that's a hustling chick. She might work at the airline and make some plays for you. Then you might just got a chick that you just like smoking and chilling with and just kicking it with. Nobody at all. You don't treat them all like motherfucking Claire from the Cosby Show or the wife. You don't treat them all like Claire Huxtable and shit like that. You don't treat them all like Gina. You know what I'm saying? Nah. And that's how they treat every fighter in the sport of boxing. They treat them that make it to the world title level, even if they don't get a world title, they treat them very valuable. And it's cool. Treat your Mike Tyson's with value, treat your Mayweather with value, drink your Pacquiao. But then you start talking about we gonna treat, no disrespect to him, Brian Norman, like that. We gonna treat Charlo like that. And they don't all pull money like that. They don't generate money. They ain't selling shit out. They treating everybody special. Everybody don't deserve to get special treatment. Everybody don't work hard on special treatment. The thing about boxing, you can work hard, but if you don't got the following, that's more important than damn near the skill set. That's more important than the skill set. So, unfortunately, that's the problem. Everybody is protected in boxing like they valuable, and everybody's not valuable. There's a handful of valuable fighters right now. Think about it. Who really, moving units, M Pimp, Juice, and us? Who in that category right now? Canelo. Who else in that category? A newlywed overseas, not in America. Who else really in that category? Nobody. Benavidez don't move tickets like money like that, move the money line like that. Bevel, better BF, AJ, really? You could put him, who knows what he got left? The boys, the Charlos, Errol Spence, you know what I'm saying? Maybe Javante, Jake Paul can be in that other top tier category. Crawford could be in that category right now. But other than that, that's about it. So why are we treating everybody like they're a $1 billion baby? They not. They should have to get out there and earn it on the field or in the ring. So, but they all give them this protection. And then, when somebody put the money up for them to get in there with big fights, they underperform. And I don't mean underperform as far as, punching and punch output and skill. They underperform in the value of entertainment. It's not even entertainment. They fight like Nepo babies. They fight like they got something to lose. Not like they don't fight like they got everything to gain and nothing to lose. They fight not to lose the next check. That's crazy. Come on. They fight not to lose the next check. They not fighting thinking like, oh, if I dominate, the next check gonna be the biggest check. They're not fighting that way no more. They're not fighting with hunger no more because everybody is protected. They protecting Raimondo Mortella. Like, why are you protecting him? And then he's fighting Andy Cruz, but before that, it seemed like they was protecting him. Why are you protecting him? I understand why he don't have a huge following. You look at it, while, you probably should protect Xander Zayas. He's Puerto Rico's only hope. And he has the potential to take Top Rank out the depths of almost bankruptcy or out the depths of extinction. So protecting Xander Zayas, it makes sense. But then you go to the other side of it and you be like, well, why would we protect, why are we protecting Jerron Bucenis? If anything, you losing money. Think about it for a minute. Why are you protecting Jerron Bucenis? Think about it. If he really was a moneymaker, MSG would be dying to have him. Now, the rumor is, according to Ariel Helwani, is that MSG wants to do Boots and Xander Zayas. They want that fight. So maybe he could be in demand soon, but all these fighters should have to go out there and earn it. That's how I feel. They should have to go out there and earn a spot. Everybody don't deserve the protection. I understand why they protect Ryan. Bring a lot of eyeballs to the set. I can see why they would want to protect a guy like Moses Atamu. America don't have another heavyweight superstar that they can put on their back as far, as a heavyweight. The UK do, but they willing to put him in the ring with Usyk right now. So if he willing to go in the ring with Usyk, and it's crazy, Frank Sanchez, he rather duck Frank Sanchez and not fight Usyk. It's crazy, but if he willing to get in the ring with Alexander Usyk, why not make Shakur Stevenson get in the ring with Keyshawn Davis if T.O. don't want to fight? Why not make Gervonta Davis get in the ring with Shakur Stevenson? Why not make some of these fights happen? That's what I don't understand. You have to have a reason to protect an asset. All these fighters, it ain't no point in protecting most of the guys that I'm naming. Let's just say, I'm not saying they did or didn't, but Danny Garcia, he couldn't sell. Puerto Rico didn't want him. He never really did any numbers without another opponent in there, whether it was Morales in Houston, whether it was, Keith Thurman, or whether it was Sean Porter. Like he was never worth protecting. You know what I'm saying? Sean Porter, they didn't protect Sean Porter. Sean Porter, he never brought any eyeballs to the set. They tried to protect Adrian Broner. Broner was like, fuck that. I'm a man before anything. The hood fuck with me. I can't be a pussy in the hood fuck with me. They protected Keith Thurman. Allow him to hold the belts up and hold Errol Spence' career up. What was the point of protecting Keith Thurman? Now when you need Keith Thurman to transfer power over to Sebastian Fondor, he didn't accumulate fans. He accumulated haters because he held the division up. If so, a lot of the Charlo twins, they alienated so many fans with their nasty attitudes and cussing the fans out. What can you do with them now? You put them in the ring with some of your young talent, Elijah Garcia, Sebastian Fondor. What do? They don't do anything. David Benavidez, can't sell. He can't really sell out shit neither. What was he worth protecting for? What was he worth protecting for? They protected a lot of fighters, which they should have just let them fight it out. Just my opinion. What up, Kobe? He said he was struggling on Showbox. Samil, salute. He said you can't win this shit. If you are Devin, they criticize you for trying to fight the best, and they celebrate all the PBC roster ducks. So all them niggas broke right now. Lather, salute. He said, why you gotta call him gay? Well, fuck him. He said, CJ, what's going on, Black Jericho? Smash the like button. He said, you got cash. Well, I heard that shit on Apple Music, too. Like, that's gonna make a difference. We still gonna stream it. Ain't nobody there for No Limit. See, Murder ain't there. Mystical ain't there. Will Snoop be there? Really, Mystical was going to be the reason they win. If they was going to win, it was going to be because of Mystical. So, yeah, man, cash money. I like Fiends. Same bitch. He said, same bitch burned twice. Like he said, same bitch burned twice, just learned twice. That shit was wild. Yeah, man, I fuck with No Limit, but man, most of that shit was built on the backs of like Mystical, C Murder, Bossellini. Is Mac gonna be there? I don't think is Mac gonna be there. Mac was dope, Soldier Slim, but most of they popular shit was P, Silk, Mystical was the captain. Mystical, and I'll say Master P, Silk, and then C Murder, even though I think C Murder had better music than Silk the Sock, and Silk to have more popular music. You want to start something? You can't finish. But out of all of them, my favorite was Snoop and well, not on No Limit. It was Mystical, C Murder, Master P. Snoop was all right on No Limit. This dog over here farted. He about to get put out. Yeah, it was in Gulo. He said Buster Douglas was upsetting Tyson before Holyfield fight was supposed to take place. Yup, and then he went to jail. Chris Salute. He said they protect the guys and don't give them a chance to prove themselves, then get in random fights and get overmatched. Yeah, they get beat up by nobody. Johnson, what it do? What it do? I heard McCarthy coming back next week. Belt too, you know what? See you next week, Minnesota. See y'all next week. See y'all at the crib. Get y'all to the crib. Belt to ass. The Viking fans gonna think we invented football. Yeah, see y'all niggas now. Make sure you bring your ass around. Y'all might fuck around and win. Y'all defense for real though. He said protecting an investment only applies to big draw. Someone can keep the bank rolling. He said a few times I've seen Tank. He packed the venue at the point. It's cash in time. I ain't defending him. He don't want to lose, but I agree. He said PBC main goal for Spence and Charlos was getting Canelo to come over there and fight back to back. And what did it do? They still broke. If Mystical not there, what's the point? They got Master P. They got Silk. I think Maccabee there. They got Fiend. Yeah, they got Fiend. They got, Mia X. She really Master P and Silk. They had the most popular music for real outside of Mystical. Yeah, I think, Silk might have outsold Mystical on No Limit. It ain't my fault. Did I do that? But Mystical made that song. I'm about my potatoes and made me dumb. Yeah. He made that song. He did make that shit. I ain't gonna cap. He made did I do that? Fuck the mother nigga because I'm dumb. But they had some shit. When you talking about 20 songs, they'll be able to hang. Hey, go get your cage. Bye. Long. Your ass stank. Bye. Get. Yeah, that motherfucker over here stank. Get your stanky ass up out of here. Yeah, motherfucker over here. Smelled your shit for 25 years. You smell my shit for 2 minutes. Yeah, that motherfucker's stomach on 10. What the fuck did you eat, my nigga? I gave you a little bit of Benihana rice. That's on the no-fly zone. Little Romeo. Yeah, I mean, shit, Master P. The ghetto's trying to kill me. I'm selling dope in my baby mama. Hey, Master P has some shit. I ain't gonna cap. Master P, man. Master P has some shit. True. Him, C Murder. Yeah, Master P probably can carry the shit on his own for real, though. That nigga mad now. Master P probably carries himself. About it. Wobble. Let me see you drop. Ooh, shake it. I'm a no limit soldier. I pump it up, no loop. How you do that there? Man, sip that we don't. Yeah. I think P. Oh man, break him off something. That was my shit. I think P can hold his own on his own, like a jungle where he in jail. Maybe they get that nigga from the jail. That's my song right there. It's the ice cream man. Remember them niggas? Jugmouth was mad. Fuck that nigga, man. Break him off some. Y'all Jewish brothers howling that black shit. Quick to sell a nigga out for what he say for 15%. That ain't enough to pay my rent. Break him off some. No, was that break him off something? Was that I forget? What was that song? Yeah, I ain't lying. P can hold his own versus Cash Money. I ain't gonna cap. Yeah, P can hold his own. That's no cap. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, P got 20 strong songs. At least he a part of. Wasn't he on the 321 remix too? Wasn't he on the 321 remix? Mystical top 5 songs, 2 of them not No Limit joint. Yeah, most of his shit not. He was gold before he was independently gold. People don't know that. Mystical went gold independently before he even signed it with Jive or got with P bought him out. P got some shit. Hell yeah, P can hold his own. That's no cap. P can hold his own. Bye. Gone. Bye. Get in your cage. Go. Yeah. Got that nice bed. Use it. Yeah, 4-3-2-1 verse was terrible. Don't matter. He still was on the song, nigga. Let the hook roll. Still was on the song. Shit. He said everything PBC wanted Earl to become, Crawford actually became Karma. Earl ain't had he wasn't no real boxer. You know, him and Earl, they saying he asked him like Boost for $10 million. Boost don't even generate the money to cover his fights now. They was like, he sold like 6,500 tickets. And I heard Joel Embiid look like trash the other night. I told my nigga from Philly, I said, I better trade Joel now. Oh, you don't trade the guy I'm like, man, nigga done. So, but yeah, he asked for $10 million. And he's like, man, nigga, $10 million. $10 million. Like, nigga, please. Boost don't generate $5. Ben Baller said he begged Priority not to sign P and push Jay-Z, and they told him bring P to New York to record 4-3-2-1. I mean, I think signing Master P was a good deal. That sounded like P wasn't raking in the dough. Without Jay-Z on what did them, I mean, signing Rockefeller, I guess that was cool, but he really was hating on a lot of them niggas. But that's my thing. Like I mean, he didn't want a bad decision. Like, really, you look at Rockefeller and them, like, who did they really have? A lot of them had great albums, but they ain't really letting them niggas commercially get there. I think Dipset was the main one who went platinum. I don't think Philadelphia Freeway went platinum, not during that time. And I don't think who else was around there? I don't know. Benny Siegel has some great albums, and I don't think he ever went platinum. Yeah, Kanye is Rockefeller. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, maybe they should have signed them niggas. Yeah, Kanye did have a great career. They ain't want him to, though. He said they're trying to charge people $60 to see the Parker fight. He fighting a bum. The Zone saying that. Frank and I'm not paying for that. I don't give a fuck about Joseph Parker fighting Warley. Like, I'm not even gonna talk about that. That's a waste of my time. You're wasting my time. I wouldn't even stream that. I wouldn't even do that to my fucking TV. I wouldn't even stream that shit. That's crazy. I didn't know I forgot I seen the fight was coming on. So it is what it is. I'm not paying $6 to watch Joseph Parker. I'm not paying $6 to watch Joseph Parker, let alone $60. I ain't gonna lie, these little olive green threes came out today. Kind of dope. I like the suede on them. Ain't kind of dope. They gonna sit though. But y'all got any other question? He said, I ain't gonna lie, Joseph Parker, what the fuck is the guy McGregor for? So they don't want to pay for it, so they trying to get the fan. I don't even know the guy he fighting, bro. I don't even know the guys that he fighting. Come on, he ain't talking about, he should fight Usyk. I don't really care to see that. Honestly, I don't even care to see that shit. So, in my opinion, but yeah, I don't even care to see that. So. But some overhead UK bump. Let me see the dude name. Let's see who he fighting. They said Joseph Parker moved on bricks, allegedly, I heard. I see him at the fight like, front me a kilo. You don't have my money on after this consignment, I'm beating your ass, CJ. I'm beating your ass. Fabio Wiley, he undefeated. He had a draw versus Frank Clark. So it was deducted one time. Okay, what happened? So it was a split. I don't know what the fuck happened. Because one card got it one. Okay, it was a split draw. He just had a split draw with a guy who was 8-0. That's crazy. And he came back and knocked him out in one round. I mean, he fought nobody. I don't know. He fought Michael Coffey, stopped him in 4. David Adelaide stopped him in, I mean, I guess. Well, I guess. So he said Parker was allegedly moving weight when then his lawyer made a call to someone in the New Zealand government and Parker dropped from the case. That's a crazy story shit. Dope man. Yeah, that's me. He said Parker is the most deserving of the Usyk fight. I'm not saying, but I don't really care if you fight him or not. Go fight. What's my boy name? What's his name? I forget his name. What's my boy name? Go fight him. Eggy Cabal, that's his name. Go fight him. He fought Adelaide. I don't even know the fuck Adelaide is. I thought that was a judge. Adelaide Bird. I don't know nothing about him. They all fought Chris Healy, though. Everybody smashed Chris Healy. All Diddy in the UK. UK Butterbean. Shit crazy. Mm-hmm. But hey, man, let me know what y'all think, man. Hold on. So he also lost his last fight until he got a lucky punch. Hold on. Oh, so he fought this Justice Hani. Yeah, he was getting his ass whooped in that fight. Hell yeah. He had he was down 6 points, 7 points, 7 points. Hell yeah. This nigga was beating his ass. He was beating his ass. This Australian was beating ass. He was putting belt to ass. Hell yeah. He was putting belt to ass. He made Andrew to me. So yeah. Be a good fight. That was his name, Eric Gomez, president of matchmaking. Canelo care for you. Yeah, we knew who he was. Shout out to you. He said Fabio almost lost his last fight, lucky punch. He was getting kicked. What to beat he been doing? A sparring partner in the UK? That's what that nigga is. Sparring partner in the UK. I can't believe he let this dude beat him. Yeah, sparring partner in the UK. So yeah, I don't give a fuck about you. Is that the only boxing on today? Because I don't even be looking no more. Yeah, that's it. This shit is dry. This is drier than a 70-year-old scooter catter. Ain't no fights coming on that is even Virgil and Lubin. That whole card is ass though. I watched that fight, but I don't really care for the card. I don't really care for the fight, to be real. I'm just watching because of Lubin. That whole Anton and Hiroka, that's the only fight I care about. Conor being a Eubank, I don't give a fuck about. This card, that's it. After November 22nd, I don't think too much is going on. You got Lamont and Esau Cruz, that's cool. Yeah, shit, this has been one of the weakest years for boxing in a minute. This whole shit been weak. Who you got, Devin? I don't know. He said the only card on today. I'm not watching that shit. He said who verse was best on 4-3-2-1 Cannabis and DMX. I'll hear it again. Wasn't Redman on that shit too? Honestly, don't care for Eubanks and Ben. If the main event ain't on by 10:30, I'm going to sleep. Ain't this in? Oh, you in the UK? Because that shit should be on. It's on 1:30. It's at 1:30 Eastern Standard Time. I can't stand Virgil. He take all that shit. And he won. He's won a world. I won world title. I remember he was trying to criticize better BF defense. Yeah, I remember that. You ain't fire card or fighting. You in the UK then. You say you getting the 007 Firelights. The new 007. I don't know what the new 007 is. What's that? That's a video game they coming out with? I got Golden out somewhere around this bitch. Let me see. I'm gonna get the new card. Oh yeah, it is new 007. First Light. That shit don't come out till next year. Man, I'm waiting on GTA to come out. I'll buy this. If this come out before GTA, I'll buy it. I'm about to get on Game Pass in a minute. A US? Yeah, that'll be on at 1:30. Depending on where you at. Yeah, if it come out before GTA, yeah. I'll definitely get it. But, you cop the AE2s. Them blue ones? No. I got the orange ones, though. I ain't got the blue ones, but I do got the orange ones. No blues. I had the orange ones somewhere around here. Somewhere around there. But the blue ones, nah. I'm going to wait for another color. Them Chinese ones, they're the ones I want, and the black and white ones. The Chinese ones, time to switch to PlayStation. For what? What's the point of switching to PlayStations? I don't really play nothing. Like, there's no point for me getting a PlayStation. They don't have nothing that I play. I want them GT cuts, but I don't know what's going on with them. They act like they ain't on sale. Let me see. They got them for $250. I guess they already released. I don't know. I wouldn't mind the orange ones or the gray ones. I'll pay $250 for them. I thought Nike was releasing them. Releasing them to today. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, the GT Future. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with them. It's all resale shops got them. I don't know what's going on. Nike don't be saying, they ain't give you no fucking notice or no nothing for them. That bitch is hard though. Yeah, I was looking for him too. Let me get out of here, man. I gotta go shoot a move. Appreciate y'all though. Peace.